Hi guys. Look, you can see my face for once. This is going to be a really awkward video because I'm really sick and class got cancelled, so I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go. Yes, as some of you may know, I was in Manchester last week and I got new shoes while I was over there. And I went to Fouette Dancewear in Manchester, just outside Manchester. It's only a small shop. And it was Anna who fitted me, and she's a lovely girl. They only stock really Blochs and Fouettes. I think they have the odd one or two Grishkos. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's only Grishko 2007. But while I was over there, as I said, I got new Pointe shoes because the shoes I was wearing died on me. So I figured I would do a little video basically about those current shoes. You'll have to excuse how out of breath I am. As I said, I am quite sick. Some of you may know why I'm ill, some of you may not. But I'm not going to that. If you want to know, just ask me and I'll tell you. Anyway, basically I had two pairs of shoes going on at the time. I had my Grishko Fouettes, whatever you like, I can't pronounce them properly, and I had the Pointe by Gaynor. Now, I was also wearing Gaynor Minden, but because they're just so pretty, I try not to wear them all the time because they are an expensive shoe. And well, yeah. So as I said, I was wearing the Grishko Fouettes and Gaynor, Pointe by Gaynor. I'll start with my Fouettes, which, as you can see, are trashed. Like, they are, the box has literally compressed and everything, as you can see in the side there. I have actually turned these, I de-shanked these, as you can see, and I turned them into slippers. They're still quite hard, even though they are slippers, but as you can see, my box is completely trashed. There's no drawstring on these, I just have elastic. I did have ribbons, but I found I didn't need them. But it's more my right foot that is more trashed. As you can see, it compressed more on the inside. So as you can tell, I was winging a lot. Which I suppose could be a good thing. Some say it's a bad thing. It depends, really. But yes, I was wearing them, and they have now become like, you know, just demis. And between them, I was also wearing the Pointes. Now these are the comfiest shoe I have ever came across. I find them far more comfier than Gaynor Minden. I think it's purely because Gaynor Mindens are fitted snugly, whereas Gaynors, they tend to have that little bit, well, I find they tend to have that little bit more room in them. Whenever you step on the box, it does actually make them that little bit more wider. However, do be very careful, as the shank is slightly, I won't call it plastic, I'm not sure if you can see in there. These are the hard shank. I should have got the either extra hard or reinforced hard. I think they come in soft, medium hard, extra hard, then reinforced extra hard. They come in either a square box or a tapered box, and they come in 4 different widths. I got a 6.5 4x in the hard. I should have actually went for a 6 4x, but with a tapered box. The square box was actually too big for me. No, the box was fine, sorry. I should have gone down a width. I always get the two mixed up. Or was the width fine? No, sorry, no, the width was fine and I should have gone down a box. I normally do wear quite wide shoes because I'm very broad across the top of my foot, you know, that bit there. But I found once I had pressed down on them and once they had died a bit more, I had a bit more room and I was sinking a little bit. So I was putting a lot of pressure, especially on the shank, and it snapped. But I've been told I have quite strong feet, so I do need quite a hard shank. But the one thing I found with these is the satin. Like, there is a lot of it. Whenever they start going, you will find that it comes from the drawstring. Like you can see there, it started going. And whenever it's starting to wear away, as you can, I'm not sure if you can tell, there is actually a lot of satin. You can see it more in these ones, I think, actually. But there is a big gap between the actual satin and the box. But that could have just been them dying, I don't know. But yeah, they were the shoes I was wearing. Between them, I was wearing my Gaynor Mindens. These are the... oh god, I don't know. They are the 9.5 medium, and it's the wing box. I like a higher wing. But I'm going to try their new 5 box. I'm not sure if any of you have tried it, let me know. However, the one thing I find is the high heel is too high and the regular heel is actually too low. So I need slightly in between, because I have a very tapered heel, according to Anna in Fouette Dancewear. So while I was over there, as I said, I got 2 new pairs of shoes. But what I was also wearing were Freed Classics. And my sister has came to say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Yes, I was wearing Freed Classics. I had to get these as they're part of my uniform, but they actually they did not do me. I wore them for one class and they were already dying, so I had to shellac them. And I found once I shellacked these, they were actually far better. Like, they were far more comfortable. And I don't know why I've heard shellacking sometimes makes it a bit more uncomfortable. I suppose it really depends on you. Because these are still really hard, but I really struggled to get over my box. See my sweeties? I really struggled to get over my box on these. I had to have the vamp take it down a wee bit, and I had to have the heel taken down a wee bit. I'm not sure if you can tell. But yeah, the drawstring actually snapped on me. I think these are elasticated drawstring or a cotton drawstring. But the drawstring snapped on me, and it got to the point where the platform is actually going soft again. So they were no good. I'm actually selling these because there is still life in them. They are actually really hard. The shank is still really supportive. The actual box itself is still really hard. The wings as well have, as I said, they have been shellacked, and so they have been a little bit more reinforced. But yeah, they are a 6 3X, and they're by an O maker, and they're a wing 2.5, and they have a heel pin in them as well. Which, between these and the other frees I got, which I'm going to go into in a minute, I found it was actually slightly annoying. The heel pin, I'm not sure, I thought the HB stood for hard point, but it's actually a heel pin, and I actually had to take it out, not sure if you can tell, because it was really irritating my foot. But these are a really hard shoe. But I think it's more the case that they were too hard, so that could be why. But yes, I had to get them taken down a wee bit. There's still lots of life in them, so if you wear frees by the old maker and they're your size, here you go. I think I've got them for about £15–20 on my eBay. So yeah, it was a nice pretty box. It's not the actual point shoe box, but still. But apart from that, yes, the 2 shoes that I got the Freed Studios and I got the Bloch Aspiration. Now, I've not had a very good history with Bloch. I've tried the Triumph and I've tried the Sonatas. The Triumph was a big no-go. I found that their platform, it didn't feel flat. It felt bumpy. That could have just been the shoe, or it could have just been me. But the Sonatas as well, they just did not mould to my feet. They just refused to move. So I ended up just hanging them up. I've got them upstairs, I think, still. But yes, these are the Bloch Aspirations, and these are actually the ones you will see in the video. These are the 2 shoes you will see in my point shoe video. And these I found, I barely even needed to touch these. I just squished the box a bit more, and that was them. Like, they mould really well, as you can already tell. I still have the baggage problem. I have moved this elastic about 3 times and I'm maybe taking it down a little bit more, but it's getting to the point now it's digging in, so I may actually just go for a wider elastic, but I don't know. I've been told to stop doing the crisscross. I don't know why, I've just been told to stop doing the crisscross. But yes, these are the Bloch Aspirations. They are actually really comfortable. They are a bit more on the snug side, like I can feel the box, but I like to feel my shoe. I don't like to feel the floor because the shoe feels like a sag. But they are a very pretty shoe. Like the heel isn't too bad, the heel is actually quite grand. I may, if possible, get it taken down a wee bit, but I think it's grand, so I may leave it, I don't know yet. But apart from that, I went on to the Freed Studios. And these, whenever I tried them on, the first thing I noticed was they were super comfortable. But since I've worn them, I've only worn them but once really, and it's not even for a full 10 minutes. I just wore them to try them on, and as you can see, it's already compressing. The wings I found are not really that high, but they are super comfortable. They do dig in a little bit on my side. These are the widest width, they're a 6.5 EE. They're a hard shank as well, or a hard insole. The ones I tried in the video were a 6, but after the video I actually tried a 6.5, and no, I did try a 6.5 in the video. After the video that I put on, after that I tried on the 6 and the 6.5, and I did prefer the 6.5. But I suppose it really depends. I'll try and do a proper video and maybe you can see yourselves. That's really it, I suppose. Somebody I think asked me to do a collection video, and somebody also asked me to do a Pointe video. Someone also asked me, I think her name was Chelsea, she asked me to do how I tie my shoes and what exercises to do. I did do a video, but I cannot find it. I think she asked me how I tie my shoes and how I sew my shoes. To me, it depends on the shoe. I'm not sure how much recording time I've left. Depending on the shoe, my arch literally bends where the seam is. It's incredibly handy. So I always have my ribbons sewn just about halfway. Sometimes I will sew them a little bit lower if the shoe doesn't hug to my feet. If they mold to my feet quite quickly, I keep them. If they're not molding, then I move the ribbon down a bit more to pull it up. Sometimes I do go straight across, but my fitter was not happy when she found I did that, so I've actually stopped doing that. I did it purely to feel a bit more supportive, and it did help, but I think I prefer it this way. My elastics, I sew them on the outside because I find it keeps the heel up a bit more. I use vamp elastic, and I actually split it in little bits like that, or I have it in a big chunk, and it's far more comfy and far more supportive than actual normal elastic. It does fray, as you can tell. Like what I've done with my Gaynor Mindens, you can see the thick elastic, and again my ribbons are sewed like that. I really make sure they're nice and secure. Like I sew, once I've done the drawstring, I will sew into said drawstring to keep them nice and secure. These are the TLC ribbons, and the length of those are actually grand. I'm not sure if you can see how long they are. I think they're about 2 meters, I'm not sure, but they're grand. I think that's a meter or something, but I sew them differently. These ones I wrap around twice, those ones I wrap around once. When I'm actually trying to show you now, that is, as I said, I'm not sure how long I have left, but we shall see. My nice little dance bag. But yes, somebody says about a full point video, so I will do that afterwards. I'm kind of rushing now because I think I've only a short amount of time left on the video. That, and I need to feed my dogs. Right. I'm not sure if you can see my fancy tulip skirt. Right, shoe-wise, if you can see that, I have really chunky feet, so I apologise. If this to you seems wrong, then that's probably you. This is basically how I tie my shoes. I always start with the inside, and I pull it nice and tight, and I pull it round, and I make sure it sits at my heel. These do loosen afterwards. I pull them nice and tight, and then I do the same with the other one. Wrap it around and make sure I go up the top, and then round, and then I tuck it through here. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. It depends really on whether I'm rushed. And you'll end up like that. And then when you've actually tied them, I suppose this is probably the way most people do, but this is the quickest way I find. When you've tied them, because you've gone through there, it'll create a little gap, and I just tuck them under, and that's that. These are the frees, so they're not really, but I just gave them a quick band, and these are the Freed Studios. So I don't know why I grabbed them instead of the blocks, because the blocks are nicer, I find. But yes, these are the Freed Studios. That is how I tie my ribbons. Exercise-wise, work with what is you. Tendus, point your feet, TheraBand, tendus and risers. I do basically 100 risers a day. That's not including my class. Even when I'm standing and work, I'm literally rising constantly. That really works. Also, you'll find in some of my videos how I break in my shoes. I stand against a counter and I rise up and I really try and push over my box. That really strengthens your ankle and also helps you to get over your box properly. Try not to go too far over. Do try and keep your alignment. My dog's scrounging. But risers and tendus and TheraBand. There is a girl on YouTube, I can't remember her name. She has a fantastic video for strengthening your feet. I will try and put the link in the description. I'm not sure how you put links in videos, so I'm not going to go down that route. That is roughly about it. If anyone's wondering about these little leg warmers, I class them as ankle warmers, you can get them on eBay. They're hand knitted by the girl, she's absolutely lovely. They're quite big fitting, they're nice and snuggly, and I think they're about a tenner, and they come in about 4 or 5 different colours. And that's about it. If anyone wants to know more or whatever, hook me up. Bye.